Hi everybody, welcome back to Wayback Machine with me, Sid. We're still playing, well, we've only done one episode of this, so we're on Magic Farm still, Magic Farm 2 specifically, where I have, apparently I'm Direwolf 20, and we've got ourselves situated, had a little bit of trouble with the terrain gen, but that's good old 1.6.4 terrain gen issues, and we are here over on our little island. I have lit up the entire island, and I've done a little bit of work around there. They're not grown yet. And just to remind those of you, I think I've got a boat floating down there. I have been exploring a wee bit. And I've also put in a few slabs to get me around so I don't have to jump. Jumping in Magic Farm is bad because you have to expend energy with the jumping, and hunger in the early game is your biggest enemy. Well, that and the infernal mobs, special mobs. Did I mention other mobs? There's mobs, lots of mobs and mobs. And the other thing that's your enemy is the fact that you can only make pretty much stone tools. You can't make a farm at this tier because all the hoes have to be metal. But what I have done is I've got stuff here. I did find a dungeon, so I grabbed the bits and pieces that were in there, and while I was out I grabbed some snowballs, which will become apparent. The reason for will become apparent later. A whole load of clay, gravel and sand. And I have tunnelled out this thing and prepared a space. Now that space is going to be pretty important, because what we are going to make over here is need more gravel. We are going to make grout. Well, there's a whole load of grout there. I'm probably going to need more than one furnace, to be honest, so we might as well address that while I'm at it. And then we can just stick half in one with 4 and half in the other with 4, and then we'll come back to these ones later once we know what we need. I have upgraded my book. To get that you just take I took the base book and you basically craft it up like that. No biggie, just basic book stuffing things. So we're doing that now. While we're also waiting on that, and I think another furnace might be handy, and we'll stick it in the wall there. Doesn't really matter. This is not. I'm not precious about any of this. I want. Let me just do 8 smooth stone. Off you go. Because, as I said, there are 2 main issues in Magic Farm. The first is hunger. So food, every single item of food, no, that's not food, that's food, that will turn into bread, which is a nourishing light meal. They are morsels. If we cook those, it's a nourishing snack. It's geared, that's a morsel. That's a morsel. That's an unfulfilling morsel. That's not even food. That's a grape, apparently, which is apparently unedible. There is issues with all of this. So what we are going to do is we are going to take some of this and we are going to make a pressure plate. Let me get this the right way round. Like that, middle. We're making a juicer, because with a juicer I can make juice, which takes a morsel and makes an unfulfilling snack. But the nice thing is, if I can make mayonnaise as well, we can do all these other things. But if I add a snowball to my fruit, I can make a smoothie, which is an even better version of said meal. grape jelly with some sugar. Obviously that's a pan, that needs iron, I'm nowhere near it. However, I can go and let's have a look. Let me go, can I do a cranberry smoothie? No, I can make cranberry jelly. I can make cranberry fruit punch, which is an unfulfilling snack. I'd like something a little bit more. Let me go with the kiwi and those. And I think that will make me 8 of those unfulfilling light meals. So it's all about playing the game. Now, seaweed, we can make seaweed seeds, we can make some light salad or some stock if I had a metal thing. So again, we're all stuck behind the requirement for iron, which I don't think I have found anywhere in any dungeons. Going in dungeons is not my idea of good time either. So yeah, we'll pop that away for now. We've got some of these, so we can start off on those, and we need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the base. I was going to say, where's the other 8? That would have been... So we need a smeltery to be able to do pretty much anything. So that's our base. Then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I can do another one currently. That will run into the back, and obviously we can go deeper than this. This is there. I'm just not planning for significant smeltery building because... Oh, let's sleep. I don't want anything to do with him. I may have to leg it. It all depends how belligerent he's feeling, because he can just drift through walls as well. The original mob that can drift through walls. Yeah, let's just carry on putting these together, and then we can get the rest of the smeltery put together. But then, of course, we've got another problem, which is we need lava. So I've got to address that one, and addressing lava when you haven't got an iron bucket is also going to be fun. There are ways around it, but they're none of them perfect, shall we say. So yeah, I mean, there's the food side of things where I do want to get us to the point where we can craft food. Let me just put 20 in there and 20 in there, and that will be 3 in each, won't it? I'm wasting a little bit of coal, but I'll live. Okay, and this should give me considerably better food than the last one. So I need one more brick, and then we're going to need the... Well, let's jump in here a second, because I do need to... Okay, I do need to do something about this as well, I think. Just because having walls made out of sand is probably not the best idea in the world, but I do want 1, 2, 3. Let's just cook some of those up, and I think, right, let me go. I was going to look at the book again, because I know the bricks. Controller is 8, 2 drains, and a tank. So we're going to need quite a bit, basically. There's our controller. Pardon me. there's our tank. I'm probably going to need a little bit more, but I can't do anything with this until I've got the... Now how do I want to do that? Let's put the tank there and the controller there. Because we also are going to need... Do I want to do 2 drains at this stage? I mean, it's not like this is super expensive. I could just do... Because that's 6 plus all of the... Well, that goes there. I will do 2 drains. It makes a certain amount of sense to me to do that. And then we can worry about casting tables and things if that becomes an issue. Well, not if, when that becomes an issue. So there's that, and then we'll stick the other one there, and we'll have a casting table here, and we'll leave that one ready for the basin once we're ready for a basin. Come on. I think that actually is a functioning smeltery now. Yes, obviously we need lava. That's the one thing. And oops, hello. It's here. Which? No, it's this one. I'm fairly certain I haven't seen any for a while. Oh, that's horrible. Glitching, isn't it? Okay, let's get out of there. So what do I need? I need slightly more. Let me just do those. Use the sand up, it's not going to hurt. Because we need a casting table and a spout. That's the last thing we're going to need for this. You see, the food, even though we're doing food a little bit more efficiently, it's still not that great. I think that's all we need. We just need to add the faucet to that. And then this side will go in for things, and we've got room to build another layer on should we wish to. So, well, it's all good. Right, lava. What am I going to do about lava? Well, first things first. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And have a piece of coal. First things first, we need a means of doing that. I also do want to take anything that can be turned into a smoothie, and I'm not sure whether a raspberry can be. It can, so we might as well do raspberry smoothie. Cranberry doesn't smoothify. I can make you into 2 grapes that way. I can make you into grape juice. Or a fruit punch. Have you grown yet? Any of you done any growing? No, of course not. So, lava is going to be the fun bit. And the other fun bit of... God, I've just realised that... Why have I got 2 mighty smeltings? Because I didn't convert you over. Oh, I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant. So I think apple smoothie, maybe. Make an apple juice. Not an apple smoothie though. Okay. I'll take what we got. That's actually 8 anyway, so that works for this. Gives us a little bit of food. So the other thing I need to look at is, can I make a sleeping bag? So sleeping bags are, not caps lock, 4 carpet and 4 pieces of wool. Now this we convert into string at the cost of 3. So that will make me 5. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Yeah, I need to do that, don't I? Okay, I can just make a sleeping bag then. Perfect. So armed with all of that, we can now go and hunt for some lava and perhaps explore a little bit. Now, what I would like to do is look over this kind of way. I also would like to put a map, mini-map, blah blah blah, waypoints, new waypoint, home, purple, done, back to game. Good. Right, now we can get home. So there are a couple of options for lava as usual in Minecraft. One is going to be to go into the depths of the world, which is not the one I favour. Because everything wants to kill you in this place. Everything wants to kill you in this place. It is not conducive to life as we know it. And unlike normal Minecraft, where the mobs have got certain limitations, in this they don't as so much. You know, they're quite tough. Now, what you really do want to be doing is to try to... Did you just rubber band? Who's a clever piggy? What we shall do is keep our... I do need to be aware of my inventory, obviously, but I also need to be aware of my requirement for food, and this is not going to last forever. So, I am going to continue exploring over this way a wee bit, and I'll be back in a short while. Alright, well, we've found a desert which normally I would have said, yay, we found it. I'm not going to grab the camera, I don't think we need it right now. I would have said, yay, we found a desert, because in my experience, or certainly in certain versions of Minecraft, a desert was the way to find lava, because lava ponds were often more frequently exposed in deserts than they were elsewhere. However, it might be a little bit just up to that. There's a little splurge with a red and orange dot on it. That might help. Oops, hello. And then there's a brown splurge over there, which I'm fairly certain is a poop pit. There's like these sludge pits, which are not overly pleasant. But there was something over here which had an orange splurge on it. Although it could just have been lava. Right, now what we need to do is find a safe place to try. Oh, we don't want to collapse this though, do we? No, I didn't want to collapse that. Okay, well, we've collapsed it now, so... It's enough. I have 3 buckets. I only need 3, so 1, 2, and 3. And we picked up a cross somewhere along the line. Don't know how. I dug underneath it, didn't I? Right, so we have lava over here if we need more than that. Again, I'm not going for a a long playthrough on here, so I'm not too worried about massive flowers. What the hell are they? Well, I'm not bothered about. Oh, what's that? But while we're out this way, we might as well have a little bit of a thing. I've pretty much going through these smoothies at a rate of knots. They don't last long. And one of the Thorncraft items, wild sunflower. Oh, okay. I don't recall these from the pack, but it's been a while after all. But we will grab a few bits of fruit just because we can. And then we're going to kind of head that way back if we can. Did see some grapes there from Pam's as well. They make I think you can make a smooth grape smoothie. Doesn't have to be everything smoothie, by the way. You know, there are alternatives. Remember those roses? There's a thing we haven't seen for a long time. But again, just grabbing all of the foods. Well, not all of them. I mean, if I try and grab all of them, I am going to be disappointed, I think. Now, let me just have a look at the map. If I go over that way, that will take me to a water course, which may get me back towards the thing. That's a good old big tree, and that's a good old spider tree, which I'm not going anywhere near. But I will have those grapes. I have that pork chop. I don't know what killed. Oh, I think I know what killed it. I think it spawned on the tree. Candleberry on this version is not edible, as I recall. Yeah, we could probably go through there if I can get down safely. Maybe like that. I'll grab myself a few blueberries while I'm going. Don't mind if I do, and a strawberry or two. They're always fruit salad. And that is a must. That's aluminium, which we're going to need for aluminium brass. What are you? Rhubarb. I am rapidly running out of inventory slots, however, so I do need to be a little bit cautious now. He says, looking at, oh, there's iron there. This is actually probably worth heading back to. Probably worth marking on the map if I'm brutally honest, but at least we can sleep the nights away. That's the main thing. Anyway, I need to get back home because I have got a lot of stuff and not all the time in the world to get there. I mean, I'm down to my last 5 smoothies, so that's pretty much hammered my way through that. I'm going to try, and I'm not sure how wise this is because jungles are about the worst for having to hop, skip and jump through. And you're typically fairly nasty for spawnable spots as well. But I will see you once I get home, I hope. And here we come. Trying to avoid the squids because they will break my boat. Of course, in any lengthy playthrough of this, you're going to end up with loads of boats just drifting around down here. There comes a point where it becomes more efficient to actually destroy them. But not today. I'd like to keep a couple. They are handy. But we're home. We made it. We made it back home, which means that we can now come in here and load our... Now, the problem is with these buckets, especially when you put lava in them, is they break. I found some Thorncraft stuff, some seeds, some bits and pieces. So what do we need to do? I need to make a pickaxe head, an axe head and a shovel head pattern. and they need to be made out of cobblestone. Let me go and pop you away because I'm going to have to cast myself the molds first. So stone, shovel, and an axe. And then we're going to make aluminium brass, if I recall correctly. Aluminum brass probably, because of course, you know. Alright, let's try brass then. Okay, we do that with copper 1 to 4, 1 to 3, 1 to 3, and that can then be used to make stuff. So 1 copper, which will double, to 3 aluminium, and that should make everything we need. In the meantime, I am going to drop off everything we don't need. And don't need you, don't need you, don't need you, any of that at all. That's fine, I've still got some smoothies left. I should also have quite a bit of copper and a reasonable amount of aluminium. Sorry, I'm just going to say it the way it should be. Colonial at its finest. Anyway, we've got 6 ingots there. That's 3 doubled, because obviously Tinker's constructed it all doubles. And that there, what I would like, I think, is a chest down here for the casts. Which can go there for true. It doesn't make any sense putting it there, does it? Let's be sensible about this. 8 aluminium brass. I think you can't remember, it only uses 1 in this version, which is very nice indeed. And it doesn't destroy the mold, which is less nice because I don't want to keep the mold. But fair enough, that gives us that, and we should be able to make a copper mattock, which opens up farming for us. Oh, I did not want to do that. I can melt it, it's not a problem. Can't you? Please tell me you can. No? Well, that's annoying. Right, so can probably do something with it in the future. For the time being, let's get rid like that. And let's have a look. What can I use you for? Just casting. I'm not going to need 2. That was just a cock up on my part. Bye bye. Right, so that means we can proceed to, let's take, I'll just go with the throw. Again, I'm not going to get wasteful at this stage, because I haven't got an ingot mold yet, for one. But we're going to take a copper pickaxe head. Is our first cast, and then we'll do a copper shovel, 2 copper shovels, and 2 copper hatchets, and we will make a copper thingy and a mattock. Is the plan. Probably start to need to think about a sword as well. Maybe, who knows. But the question is which sword, of course, because this is the good version of Tinker's, where you had things like the rapier and the foil, the fencing rapier, and the broadsword, and good swords. My God, that is got capacity in it as well, hasn't it? Wow. Now, can you just swap this? You can. The mining level is still copper, however. We need to up that to iron. So that's something we need to do, but we'll deal with these first. Axes. 1. That should leave me with 4 copper, yeah. And 2. Oh, it does need to be repaired. Okay, that's fine. Boop and boop. And then you. Brings the damage up reasonable as well, which is always happy. Right, let's have a sleep. And the last thing I want to make why are you telling me that you can only be made out of iron? I know there was something in Jaded Cat's book about the matic. Vanilla tools, blah blah blah. I need to make yeah, bug. Okay, that's fine. I just need to take you, pop you away, grab you, pop you in there. That's fine. We're going to grab one of them, and we need to make a copper tool rod as well. Luckily, we've got the stuff to do that, so. So that should allow me to make a copper matic. And now we can farm. All of that just to farm, eh? So question is, what do we need to farm? I suppose wheat makes bread normally, but so does barley. And is that all the barley seeds I have? It is. Definitely take a couple of those. We'll take some of that. We'll definitely take some of that. Haven't got any potatoes or carrots or anything yet, have we? Onions, blueberries, strawberries, grapes, perhaps. It's probably a good starting point, and then these all should convert over to seeds. That doesn't. Interesting. Doesn't matter. That will, and that will, and that will, and that will, and we've got all of them. Right, we need to find somewhere to put our farm. I need another bucket as well, don't I? Realistically, because I haven't got any means of transporting metal around at the moment. Damn, where's my 1, 2, 3. Let me just pull myself together a little bit with a few odds and ends of bucket making stuff and farming, and I shall be right back with you. Alright, well, we got a small farm down. We have upgraded to copper tools. I say small, it is just like a couple of each over there on the mainland there. And that will do its growing and do whatever it needs to do to become big and strong. And these are still not grown. Mind you, I've not actually spent that long in the area, to be honest. But I still can't get iron. Copper doesn't mine copper. Copper tools cannot mine copper. Now there are a number of techniques you can use. These are growing nicely. Well, some of them are. Some of them may take a little while longer. They've only been in for a moment, and we've got room to do this, and then we'll take on. There is actually a cave under here as well, because there was much growling and growling and snarling and gnashing of teeth. So yeah, that's a thing to be aware of. And the next thing we need to do is work out how to get up to the point where I can mine iron, because when I can mine iron, then I can make things like a frying pan or a skillet or all of the good things like that. Now, one thing would be what we could use would be an emerald, but as far as I'm aware, I don't think I have come across a village yet. So you know, that would make trading for emeralds difficult. I only need one. We could take a little trip in a boat, because I've got food. I've got some food on me. There's plenty of food out there, and we know where our home is, so let's just try that now. Up the coast here, the desert just cuts across a little bit, and then it goes back into snow, but that's fine. What I never like is these. Come on. This chunk loading issue that you had in 1.64, and I certainly played on servers where you've sailed off the edge of that, and it's like going off the edge of the world almost. There's a bit of copper there, but not a lot. It's not worthwhile trying to float and dig and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we've got time to go for a little exploration, and boat exploration is the best exploration anyway. Not in 1.64, because within a short while we'll end up out of sync with the game. I'm going to just, if I can, thank you. Might as well take some of the food when I see it, and just see if we can't find anything useful up this coastline. It's got to be more useful than the islands we had before, although those slime islands would have been very fair. See, that's the thing. You're slightly out of sync, and your boat breaks. It's not a major issue, but it's an annoyance. Because I can always make another one. I've got a crafting bench with me. Now they are showing up on the map as angry, but they're not, so they're okay. Could have been a lot. If they were angry for any reason, then that would have been an entirely different ball game. That should do us. I'm still nervous around them because of the fact that on the map they're showing with the angry wolf icon, but I'm not sure whether in this version of Minecraft and the mapping, we're just going to make two. Let's carry them both, and maybe one more. Right, now we've got, especially seeing as this stack, that just seems, yeah, sensible given their predilection to breaking. I'm not sure whether that was just my fault for trying to be clever and pick up those crops on the way past or not. Could have been taking a little bit of I'm going to guess order shards over there, but still not helpful with most of what we're seeing around here. Horses, if I had a saddle, that would be useful, but I don't. Come on, turn. You know what? If you complain about boats in Minecraft now, just go back and play 1.64 or before, or 1.7 actually. I think it was still a problem then. You'll never complain about them again. They were truly terrible implementations back in the day. Alright, well, I'm going to keep looking. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, this is not something I wanted to find, but I thought it was worthwhile drawing attention to. We found taint. Now in 164, I can't remember how this works, but I think it was usually unpleasant. Take the tainted grapes though. Not seeing any. There's fibrous taint. That was an Enderman flitting around like a loon, and that is. Oh, you can hear it. Just the vile slurpy slurp sound. Now I can't remember what if anything it ever did to mobs in this version, and I'm not proposing to stay and find out. That is much is certain. We will sleep the night off. I still haven't found anything particularly useful, other than a few bits of food and the like. So we'll keep looking. I'll be back in a moment. Now this might be a very lucky find. This is an iron oreberry bush. And these smelt, but not even smelt, once you got 9 of them. That might be our salvation. We may be able to skip several layers. Now this is not fun when you're trying to use a boat in the versions of Minecraft where a water lily will break your transport. But what I'm looking for is just to see if there ain't any more. Come on, give me any more, because these are utterly useless to anybody. Things I've already broken one boat. The observers amongst you will have spotted the absence of a boat in my inventory. I'm just going to crash this one, I think, rather than try and work around it. Oh, what do we get there? Oat seeds. Okay. Well, candleberry I'm not worried about. I don't fair to say that one I think in this version was largely inedible. What I am more interested in though is, well, I suppose the first thing we need to do, and if I'm trying to remember my oreberries now, but I think they grow in the dark. Okay, I'll be back in a mo. Alright, back home. If I remember correctly, this gives these guys the dark they require to grow. Now the question is, I'm not sure whether they really require to go on dirt or stone, so we're going to have to kind of wait for that. We've got 5, another 4 oreberries, and we are lapping now. If we can get these to spread, even better. And I don't know whether we can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and I'm actually going to do this, I think. Now, will you plant on stone? You will. And you'll plant there, and you'll plant there. Let's see what grows. And what spread, and if there's any chance of spreading them, because we put plenty of spots for them to spread. Now this is going to take a while, so I'm going to AFK while that does its thing, because I don't think AFKing costs me any food. Hopefully it doesn't. And I'll be back in a short while. Oh right, been a while. I've done this. These two have grown. That one wasn't growing. I moved it back, and it's actually got a block above it as well, because I think if these duplicate or grow, they grow upwards. So it needs to be in the dark, needs to go upwards, and it's on stone. So yeah, that's that. I have got an oat seed I need to thing, but I've also got down here all of my various foods, so there's probably a few things and pieces that I need to do with those, but yeah, all good. And more importantly, I have got 10 Albury iron seeds, so that means I can make myself an iron pickaxe. Now I did and are about whether to make a cutting board first, cutting board would allow me to make all sorts of good stuff, like, you know, if I had a mixing bowl, which I can do. I should actually make a mixing bowl while I'm thinking about it. Now of course I have got to get used to where everything is in my inventory again, because I've moved everything, but we have a mixing bowl, then that's another thing we can use in the recipe makerizing. So yeah, if we just look at the uses of those, we've got the mixing bowl. We can make a potato salad, nourishing light meal, a light meal, various light meals obviously, and if we continue on through there, there's like pork lettuce wraps and BLT. Once we get to having pork chop, tomato, I've got neither of those plants, so that's kind of awkward. You know, just stuff basically, lots of stuff that can be made because we have a cutting board, and the cutting board is the cheapest one for iron because it requires that, so you know, useful. And that would allow me to do that one thing. However, what it does do is it means that then I have to wait, and these are taking an age to do anything. I have to wait to there we go, one iron pickaxe which has got iron level. I have to wait to mine further iron, so that to me, yeah, it's not really what I want to be doing. So I should have another ingot of copper, which if we pop that in, I can repair my shovel. And I want to grab you and make, not that, somewhere abouts, there we go, we've got that. What I would like to do is make myself another flint pickaxe with the relevant parts. It always seems strange to me that I have to take a stick and turn it into a stick. And I honestly can't remember whether that is actually necessary or not, but damn it. Try that again, shall we? A flint pick, and we can probably, where's my valuables? I can probably leave the mattock at home for a while. The flint pick has a number of uses, shall we say. Let me grab a whole bunch of gravel and turn that into flint. And the main reason for the flint pick is simply this. If I want to go mining, and after all, why wouldn't I want to go mining? It is, after all, a game called Minecraft, so, you know, it's even in the title. Then I don't really want to use my durability 300 iron pickaxe because I haven't got any more iron to repair that. However, no, not quite. Still, Not quite on either of those. Let me pop another one of those in. I'm actually going to put 3 of those in as well. I think having more seeds planted will be beneficial in the long run, and we'll get more of those because it takes a while for everything to grow. So my next mission between episodes, I know where there is, over that way somewhere, there is a little bit of iron in the ground, but that's a fair old hike to go and get. So what I figure I will do is perhaps here start. That needs to be, yeah, I am going to need to make some stairs and stuff to make this work, but that's fine. We'll start heading down. I should have some of that, and see what we can find as we head downwards. Sounds like I've already found some lava, but more importantly, see if I can't find a little bit of iron as we go down. I'm going to grab that. I don't really want it to burn up. I'm not that thing. Anyway, that is what I'm going to be doing between episodes, is a little bit of mining and a little bit of material gathering. Because I'm going to want a fair bit of materials to continue on here. So yeah, that was not what I wanted to do. Yeah, so I'll see you next episode. Till then, thanks for watching. Bye for now.